Hello everybody and welcome back to Chess Diagnostic. Yesterday I got first in the hourly rapid arena and I only lost one game to a strong player, but I also played a lot of players under 2000 and I ended up with a really cool position in the Sicilian Alapin where I trapped my opponent's queen in 12 moves. So I thought I would just make a quick video with some tips and tricks in the Sicilian Alapin. So let's get into it. My opponent was white and I was black, and we see e4, c5. Now normally I try to go for my Sicilian con opening, but I also see white in a lot of games play c3. So the Sicilian con is normally just after e6, we see d4 and then we trade and get a more open position. But I also see a lot of black players, if I play this as white, misplay this opening because you really have to switch your mindset into a more French defense strategic style. But there's also a lot of mistakes that white can make. So let's see what happens here. So I play again a6, trying to get a Sicilian con, but at this point it's kind of over. And after takes, I play d5. Now he can take here and get a more symmetrical, kind of boring position, but he plays e5. So now I have to switch my strategy because it's a closed center and I need to figure out how to get the best development. So as black here, you really need to focus on keeping your dark square bishop and getting your knights out. Now, white can have a lot of kingside attacking possibilities, so you need to play the right sequence of moves. Let's see what happens here. So I developed the knight, just waiting to see what white's going to do. Now he plays bishop to d3. So in this position, I could play something like knight to b4, just hitting that bishop right away. But I decide to play a move that I've been playing lately because I've probably seen this in about 10 games, over the board as well one time, where I'll play the knight out and the knight here because I just have a feeling that white is going to take that knight. And let's see what happens from that. So I bring the knight out, he castles, I play the knight, and then he takes. Now, normally the correct move is just bishop here, just maintaining the tension and also keeping his light square bishop, where normally he'll try to have some kingside attacking possibilities by chasing the knight away. And in a cramped position, you really don't want to trade pieces because that relieves the pressure off your opponent. So he just takes, I take, and then I've played this series of moves because I've found a trap in the Sicilian Alapin. Of course, it relies on a blunder by your opponent, but I've seen my opponents play the same move. So he plays a knight to c3, and he's planning on playing queen to b3 to attack this d5 pawn. But I kind of have a trick up my sleeve where I play bishop to e7, planning to castle, and it looks like after he brings the queen in, then actually he can win a b7 pawn. So he does that, and then actually I play bishop to e6. So can you see what happens next? Now it is hard to see, but after queen takes, knight to a5, the queen is trapped, and it's all over for his queen, and he actually resigned in 12 moves, winning the queen. So why is this so hard to see? Well, it's hard to see the coordination of three minor pieces trapping the queen, and this b5, or this a6 pawn covering the b5 square. So all these squares are covered. Well, he's not going to go there, but all these squares are covered, and the queen is done for. So I would recommend that you learn this trap because this happens in other openings too. And if there's a pawn that you can take on b7 or, for example, b2, then you really need to look to see what the consequences of that move are. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, which should be part 4 of Skyrocket Your Chess Understanding. See you in the future.